everybody, and welcome to the WRESTLEDUDE YouTube channel, as it is that time again for NXT Takeover Predictions. This time for NXT Takeover 30. It's going to be taking place this upcoming Saturday, the same day as the next episode of AEW Dynamite. But as for this video, we're going to be talking about predictions for NXT. So I'm very excited for this show. I just got done watching the last episode of NXT before the event, just to make sure that I had the full card laid out and make sure that there were no matches that were randomly announced, which there kind of was one on this episode, or like after this episode, but we'll get into that here in a second. But let me know, before we begin, let me know in the comment section below what your guys' predictions for the show are going to be. Let me know in the comment section below, and as always, make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel with notification bell turned on. Leave a thumbs up on the video if you enjoyed, and make sure you stick around after the NXT TakeOver pay-per-view. I will do my Talking Takeover review, which will probably go up maybe like a day or two later, so stick around for that. But with that being said, let's get into the predictions, starting off with our first match, the matchup that I said was kind of randomly announced. There is no NXT Tag Team title match, but there is a #1 contenders match. It's a triple threat #1 contenders match between Legado del Fantasma, so that would be Joaquin Wilde and Raul Mendoza of Legado del Fantasma. They're going to be going up against Breezango and Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch. Now, to be honest, I've been watching the Hulu version of NXT, and most weeks they kind of cut out all the stuff with Legado del Fantasma and a lot of stuff with the tag team stuff. I don't know why, but I've gone back and I've watched all the segments and stuff like that. I'm still keeping up to date. With Imperium being the tag team champions, and with Imperium being heels, it would make sense that a babyface team wins and goes on to challenge them. So honestly, it comes down to either Breezango or Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch. Breezango have been attacked by Legado del Fantasma, so I'm assuming those two teams are going to kind of cancel each other out. So for my predictions for this matchup, I am predicting Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch get the win, and then they go on to have what is probably going to be a very hard-hitting tag team title match against Imperium, which I'm very excited for. But my prediction for this will be Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch. Moving on, we have the NXT Women's Championship, Io Shirai versus Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai just recently on NXT TV kind of lured Io into a trap, and then Raquel Gonzalez came back, so I'm assuming Raquel will be in her corner. They normally don't really do screwy finishes at TakeOver where the person on the outside helps somebody win the championship. That's only happened maybe like a handful of times. I don't think it's going to happen here. I really do think that they're going to do Rhea Ripley versus Io Shirai, and I really do think Dakota Kai isn't going to win here tonight. If she does win, that would still be awesome, but in my opinion, I believe that Io Shirai is going to win here tonight and retain the NXT Women's Championship. But, you know, I would be happy either way. Next up, we have the NXT North American Championship ladder match. We have Damian Priest versus Bronson Reed versus Cameron Grimes versus Johnny Gargano versus the Velveteen Dream. I loved the first title match for the NXT North American title in the big ladder match. I assume that this is going to be also very awesome. I mean, even if the crowd's not there, I still feel like this is going to be really freaking awesome. It's hard to pick between all these people because you have established names like Gargano and Dream, and then you have like some of the up-and-comers like Reed and Grimes. But for this matchup, I feel like I'm picking Damian Priest to come out here, just because like he's had a lot of really great matches, but especially for the North American Championship, you know, against Keith Lee, or when it was against Dominik Dijakovic, I believe, in a #1 contenders match. He's done some awesome stuff, but I would really love to see him with a championship. I feel like he could continue on maybe like a little mini feud with Cameron Grimes, maybe continue on his feud with Bronson Reed that they started recently. So for this title match, I am going with Damian Priest. Up next, this is an interesting one. We have Adam Cole versus Pat McAfee, and this all started from a moment on Pat McAfee's show where Adam Cole got mad about Pat making fun of his height, which kind of understandable, like especially for a guy like Adam Cole, where I'm sure he hears that so much on the internet and stupid people talking like that. like having someone try to make fun of him. I mean, he even said it, like he came onto his show, he was trying to be nice and do the show and putting himself at risk with the whole COVID situation. And then Pat just comes out and makes fun of his height and then tries to backtrack and say, like, it was just a joke, man. And then he comes to NXT and he's making fun of his height again. Only like 20 feet away from Adam Cole. Like, seriously, Pat, shut the hell up. And then Pat punt kicks Adam Cole. And then ever since then, on this last episode of NXT before the show, it seems like they're doing Adam Cole as the good guy and Pat McAfee as the bad guy. It's saying, making fun of like the wrestling community and stuff like that, and talking about how big his paycheck is, which was really great stuff. It really made me hate Pat. So for this matchup, I am definitely thinking that Adam Cole is winning. I know a lot of people are probably mad at the idea of having some kind of outsider have this big level takeover match, but I mean, I put more faith in Triple H and NXT doing these types of matches rather than I do Vince McMahon, or Mr. McMahon, I should say, and the main roster doing these types of matches. I put more faith in Triple H and NXT. I feel like they probably wouldn't have scheduled this matchup if they knew that they couldn't deliver big on this matchup. So, I'm excited, but for my predictions here, I'm going to say Adam Cole comes out with the win here. I don't know how long the match will go, but, I mean, we'll see. But it'll be interesting to see how Pat McAfee takes a Panama Sunrise or Canadian Destroyer. I swear if he kicks out of a Panama Sunrise, that will make me mad. Pat McAfee should not be kicking out of a Panama Sunrise. A super kick I'm okay with, but a Panama Sunrise, no, 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 no. Anyways, moving on. Last but not least, we have the NXT Championship match. It is going to be Keith Lee versus Karrion Kross. This is only Karrion Kross's second TakeOver matchup and is for the NXT Championship. I really love what they've done with the stories so far, like even teasing it like so far back, even when Adam Cole was still the NXT Champion, and then doing the cool camera angle stuff at, what was it, Bash at, no, it was the counter program to Fyre Fest or Fighter Fest or Bash at the Beach or something like that. Great American Bash, that's what it was. The cool camera angles at the end with Karrion Kross watching Keith Lee from the rafters, I thought that stuff was cool. The broken glass, the fireball, the stuff with Dijakovic and the steel steps and stuff like that. I thought all that stuff was really cool. I feel like it may be a little bit too soon for Keith Lee to lose here, but also Karrion Kross can't afford to lose. I don't know. I have a random idea of how this matchup could go. And like I said earlier, they don't normally do screwy finishes at TakeOver events, but I feel like if they do want to get the championship onto Karrion Kross, this could be an interesting way to do it. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you guys agree. But we've seen Scarlett before, and she has these, like, claw fingernails, kind of like Michelle Pfeiffer in Batman Returns. We've seen her with these before, and we've already seen that Keith Lee's eyes are pretty badly damaged from the fireball. It would be interesting to see if there's like a moment in the match where the referee is distracted or knocked down or something like that, and Scarlett takes the claws and scratches Keith Lee in the eyes, and that leads to him losing. I don't know, I feel like that could be an interesting way for it to end, but let me know in the comment section below if that seems like a good idea for you. I don't know, it just kind of seems like the only way I could see either that, or they just have a kick-ass match. Like, I have been in this situation before where I'm like, neither of these guys can afford to lose. There has to be some sort of screwy finish to end this matchup. And then the matchup comes, and then it's just straight up match, and the bad guy just, you know, wins by being better than the babyface. I'm sure Keith Lee is going to fight like hell in this matchup, but, you know, honestly, if Keith Lee loses to Karrion Kross after like a hard-fought battle, or if Scarlett just rakes him in the eyes and Keith Lee still loses, even still after a hard-fought battle that he got raked in the eyes from, I'll be satisfied either way. I feel like this matchup is going to be awesome. Keith Lee has done awesome stuff in NXT, with whether it's Dijakovic or Gargano or Priest or really anybody. I still love this match with Lars Sullivan that he had a long time ago. But yeah, here tonight, I am going to predict a new NXT champion in the form of Karrion Kross, and quite possibly we could see the return of one Tommaso Ciampa. following that matchup. Or we could see Tommaso Ciampa return and cost Karrion Kross the win. Maybe that's how we see Keith Lee retain. I don't know. I might have just changed my prediction there. No, I'm still going to go with Karrion Kross for the win here. But let me know in the comment section below. What are your guys' predictions for NXT TakeOver 30? Let me know in the comments. And I will see you guys for the Talking TakeOver review following the show this Saturday. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.